All right, so you are welcome to another episode here, another very, very interesting episode. And what we'll be discussing here is going to help you a lot as an investor, as a realtor, as a consultant, property consultant, as a real estate enthusiast, as a real estate researcher also. And we'll be looking at two vital documents, two very common documents during land purchase and title transfer. And that's deed of assignment versus deed of sublease. Several times I've seen people come to my DM and like, oh, I want to buy a property that's saying deed of sublease. I see this property, they say deed of sublease. I ask for title documents, say deed of sublease. I ask them which document they are going to give me, they say deed of sublease. What do they mean by sublease? I'm buying, I'm not leasing. So we'll be looking at the two documents and also be telling you the interpretation of these two documents. What does it mean? What does it represent? I'm not a lawyer, so I can't prepare any of these two documents. I'm not professionally eligible to prepare any of these two documents for you. So, and I'm not also professionally eligible to verify any of these two documents for you. I'm a property consultant, you know. So this is a job of a lawyer to verify the property, the documents, go through it, proofread it, look at the clauses, and tell you, okay, this legally done, this legally viable, is not legally viable, and so on. All right, so but we just be giving you a quick summary about the deed of assignments, about the deed of sublease, the difference between the two, what the two documents represent, and make sure that you are equipped so that when you want to buy a property and they mention sublease or deed of sublease or deed of assignments, you know what they are referring to. All right, so in case you are coming across a video like this for the first time, this is Meet the Property Channel, and this will discuss everything real estate for first-time investors, property researchers, realtors, investors, property buyers, property sellers, property flippers, you know. As long as you have anything to do with real estate in Nigeria, real estate in Lagos, this is your go-to channel, really. So after watching this particular video, I also suggest you go to other videos. I've done like almost 3, 4, 5 videos about deed of assignment. There's also one of my video I did about the deed of assignment where I talk about each page in the deed of assignment and what each of those pages represent. So if you have not watched that video, I also suggest you go and watch that video. All right, so what's the difference between the deed of assignment and the deed of sublease? What are the interpretation? What does each of these documents represent? Should you be worried if you want to buy a property and they're giving you sublease? Or should you be worried if that you are buying a property and they'll give you a deed of assignment? So that's what this video is about. All right, so before I start dissecting this, if this is your first time on our channel, this is your 5th time watching our video, this is your 10th time, you have even been watching our videos for like a year, 2 years, and you are not subscribed yet to our channel, I really want you to subscribe because a lot of you guys have been enjoying what we do. I've been learning a lot from what we do, and you have been thinking about how can we support you, Rabiu? How can we like encourage you? One very vital way that you can encourage us is to subscribe to our video, to our channel, and engage on our content, share our content also, and invite more people to also enjoy what you are enjoying here. So I really would appreciate you to subscribe. Pick up your phone, pick up your tab, subscribe to our channel, turn on the notification button so that as we are dropping these videos, you get notified immediately. And also, we also have our Instagram page. We also have our Instagram page on every of our videos now at Installment Homes NG. So for a lot of you guys that want to see our listings, our opportunities, want to say, oh, Rabi, what are you into? What do you have available? Then kindly do head to our Installment Homes NG on Instagram, and you can see the different opportunities we have on cash flow, on short let, on hostels, on land banking that you can tap into. All right, now. Despite the fact that a lot of Nigerians don't like to hear this, you know, generally there is nothing like owning a property for life in Nigeria. That's just the truth. The CFO is a leasehold, which means that the tenure on that property is like 99 years. And there are even some CFO in Lagos that is not even up to 99 years. There are some that is like 50 something years. There are some that is like 20 years. There are some that is 40 something years. So our land tenure, our land system here in Nigeria is a leasehold. So either you like to accept it or you don't like, or you don't want to accept it. That's a fact. All right, now if you are buying a property and after you have paid for the property seller have confirmed the receipts of your money, then you want to exchange title. So which means that the person wants to transfer his rights to that property to you, and you become the legal new owner of that property. Now, recently, the documents that you have been using for title transfer is the deed of assignment. So that's why most of the land you are selling in Ekpe, so the land that you are selling in Ibejuleki too, and some other place, Ibadan, Kobakpe. So when you buy, they give you your survey plan, they give you your deed of assignment. Even though most of this land, the companies are not supposed to give you a deed of assignment, because based on our legal framework and our legal structure, it's only when the owner of the property has a registered title that they can now give you a deed of assignment. If the person does not have a registered title to that land, the only person that can issue a deed of assignment is the original inheritors or ancestors of that particular property. But you see a lot of companies in Ekpe, a lot of properties in Ibejuleki, the companies don't have a registered title and are given a deed of assignment. So when you want to start to do your CFO, you have to go and do that deed of assignment again. That's a fact. Alright, so where does deed of sublease come to place? Now, if you are buying a property in some place like Lekki County or some properties around Osakpa also, after you purchase the property, that you bought the property, what you are going to be given is a deed of sublease. And the reason is because the C of O is a leasehold. The C of O is a leasehold. So all the titles that originate from this C of O, like governor's consent or registered deed, that originate from this C of O are all a lease. So what we mean by that is that if the C of O carries 99 years, someone buy a property and the person did the C of O, so there's 99 years. So the person possessed the property for like 10 years, then sold the property. The person only sold 89 years. 89 years of this lease to the new owner. So when this new owner buys this property, a deed of sublease can be prepared by a lawyer to show that out of the 99 years lease this person has, the person have transferred the remaining 89 years to this new person. Just as the way that you can register a deed of assignment to governor's consent, you can also register a deed of sublease to governor's consent too. So a governor's consent is just simply a registered deed of assignment or a registered deed of sublease or a registered deed of mortgage, basically. So or a registered deed, let's just call it that way. So because a C of O is a leasehold, all the other titles that originate under that C of O, they are all a lease, because the root title is a lease also. Now you may now ask, okay, what if this person that has a C of O sold the property and did not issue a deed of sublease, but issued a deed of assignment? Just because the person issued a deed of assignment does not matter. It's still a lease. By all legal ratifications, is still a lease, because the transfer that this new person is doing via this deed of assignment, the person that has this C of O, the transfer that he's doing via this deed of assignment is still within the number of years that he or she has on that lease that he or she obtains from the government. So now what this means is that if a C of O, for example, has 99 years, a C of O has 99 years, so C of O 99 years, so after 10 years later, the person sold it to Mr. A. Mr. A has 89 years. 10 years later again, Mr. A sold it to Mr. B. Mr. B has 79 years. 10 years later, Mr. B sold it to Mr. C. Mr. C has 69 years. That's just it. So it does not matter when Mr. A was buying the land, he collected a deed of assignment. It does not matter. It's still a lease. Mr. A, when he sold it, Mr. B collected a deed of assignment. It's still a lease. Mr. B, when he sold it to Mr. C, they signed a deed of assignment. It's still a lease. Or Mr. A, when he bought it, he collected a deed of sublease. It's still a lease. Mr. B, when he bought it, he collected a deed of sublease. It's still a lease. Mr. C, when he bought it, he collected a deed of sublease. It's still a lease. So what matters in the difference on a deed of assignment and a deed of sublease is to look at the root title of that property itself. If the root title of that property on a deed of assignment is a freehold, then it's not a lease. But if the root title on that property on a deed of assignment is a C or O, it's still a lease, because the only thing that person is transferring to you is the number of years left on that C or O. As simple as that. So now for a deed of sublease, you still want to be careful, because when the original owner is transferring that title to you, you want to make sure that it's all the number of years the person has left in that C or O, and the person is sending to you or transferring to you. If that person is fraudulent and transfer some years to you out of the C or O, it means that once that year has lapsed, that property will come back to the person, and the property belongs back to the person. But if in that deed of sublease, if that previous owner transfers all the number of years to you, it means that after the C or O lease has expired, you are the one that will go to the government and go and renew with the government. The previous owner does not have any business with the government again on that property. That property is not reverting back to anybody. So what I mean by this is that if Mr. C holds this property for 69 years, it is Mr. C that will go to the government to renew the C or O back to another 99 years. It's not the business of Mr. B, it's not the business of Mr. A, and it's not the business of this original Mr. O. It's not their business. But if Mr. O only transfer out of these 89 years, if Mr. O transfer, let's say 80 years, so it means that Mr. O still has 9 years left. So after this C or O have expired, it's Mr. O that will go back to the government to renew the lease, not all these people, because Mr. O did not transfer all the lease period to Mr. A. So that's why having a lawyer is important, and I'm not a lawyer. So the max I can do for you is, because I have my team, I have my legal team, is to introduce you to either Barrister Udo, Barrister AY, or which any of them my barristers, to do like the due diligence for you on the property, on the lease, on the title, and every other thing. You get? So this is what you have to understand about the C or O, the deed of assignment, the deed of sublease. Like I mentioned before, by our legal framework, the only person that is supposed to issue a deed of assignment for a land is the person that has a registered title on that land. And that's why if you buy a property in some place in Lagos, you hear Ojomu deed, you hear Oniru deed. It's because it's the Ojomu family that have registered their title on that property. It's because it's the Oniru family that have registered their title for that property. So anybody that buy that property, they will still have to go back to the family and go and collect the family deed, because the property is registered in that family already. Except if the person that is selling to you have obtained the family deed and registered that deed in his own name. So when the person sells to you, you don't have to go back to the Oniru again or go back to the Ojomi again. So it's a big source of revenue for families that are very educated, So they go and do the CFO or the governor's consent or registered deed on that property in their family name, so that even after they have sold that property, you all will have to still come to them, anytime that you sell that property, for them to do a new deed of assignment for that person. So if you don't understand this part, you can drop a comment. I'm going to clarify, don't worry. Or you can come to my WhatsApp. I'll clarify it to you a bit. Or I can give you a barrister, and in the barrister will also clarify that part to you. So that's in essence the difference between the deed of assignment and deed of sublease. So if the root title of your property is a CFO, is a leasehold, either you like it or not, either you want to admit it or not, you want to hear it or not, you want to accept it or not, is a leasehold, and it's 99 years, and whatever years that is left of that CFO is what each person is going to be transferring to the next person. So either is a deed of assignment that they do on that CFO, or a deed of sublease that they do on that CFO, is still a lease. That lease does not change. All right. So like I said before, if you have been enjoying our content, you have been enjoying our videos, I want you to subscribe to our videos. Very, very important. We have it on our screen. Just click on the subscribe button, click on the bell icon also to turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our videos. And if you also want to see our portfolio, you want to see our listings, you want to see what you can tap into, we have our listing page on Instagram at Installment Homes NG. And if you also want to join in and partner with us on the different new product that we are building, our pop tech, our flipping investment model, our site and service, you want to partner with us, we definitely are open to partners. We are definitely open to financiers. We can share our slide with you, we can share our proposals with you, and you can see the return on investment table. We are looking at raising as much as 2 billion, 50 billion, 500 billion. We have a proposal that can take up as much as that. All right. So if you have any question about this topic, you can reach out to me. You can drop a comment or reach out to me directly. My WhatsApp number is always on the screen. And if you have been enjoying our content, don't forget to also share our content. Feel free. You can share it on your status, on your WhatsApp groups, on your Facebook pages. You can share my content anywhere. It's not copyrighted. And I remain your number one property on the planet, your property advisor, property consultant, Rabi Mustafa. Thanks so much for watching our videos. Thanks so much for always returning to our channel and enjoying what we do, consuming our content. We appreciate you guys a lot. See you next time.